Oh. The ancient poets tell me what they know of suffering, of misery. And who are we to claim that we have monopoly on world ending? Have floods not erased entire cities, left bodies in bards to write mythologies from? Terrific tragedy. We are not the first to see the high human cost of disease, of brutality, of genocide. Read history and skim the news, a brilliant blue pattern, a beautiful bruise. The ancient writers too find themselves soothed by breeze of seasons. Nature in her reason wastes no energy, sipping on sorrow of unseen tomorrows, or living in hurt of unhealed wounds. At least it seemed not so, though the droughts came and took their toll. The sixth mass extinction has only recently come, and me and mine, we have our hands wrung. We speak of the economy as its own entity, blame the cannibalism of capitalism for our lack of ingenuity. Armchair activists in a house on fire. Our rallying cries have become tired and weak. The Moloch of industry has left us meek, our skills daily wasted to rent some small basement. The creaking foundations of our dwindled inspiration. The bruise keeps spreading. I dream of dead soil. Had I but some hope, I'd be fool not to toil. Oh, in some effort to be fruitful and feed my hungry species is starving for greed. I throw a daydream solution. I know not how to human. I read ancient words, drink in their keen verse, pray progeny someday has more than curse when reading the whole of this haunted generation. If reading's still something we have time to teach children. My deep fear is not that there will be no more earth, for the earth is more resilient than these children of hers. My fear is for suffering, which doubtless will come. My heart says that progress will be undone. My ignorance is vast, my knowledge so small. I control corporatocracy, nary at all. Speaking small comfort in couplets and verse, I keep reading these ancient words. We are not new to evil, no stranger to pain, but in this brave moment, I fear we've lost more than gained. Does it sound good out there? All right, it's good to see you. It's good to be here. I'm Eli, and I like words. I eat them all the time. Nice. My hunger is astounding. It takes thousands to feed me. Harvesters of cabbage, fermenters of kimchi, roasters of peanuts, preservers of jelly, loggers of forests, planters of palm oil trees. My hunger is astounding. It takes thousands to feed me. Rice farmers are waiting, geneticists tinkering, butchers of cattle daily are toiling, all to appease me, all to feed me my gluttony. I never look the animals I eat in the face. Never once have I hunted, but oh, the flesh I've tasted. I have gotten fat on the blood of the lamb, sucking the marrow from the bones, a bloody-handed Uncle Sam. Bananas cost much more than this $1.50. Labor unions organize, but they have yet to starve me. There are migrant workers picking fruit in the dead of night, 'cause heat waves are lethal in the broad sunlight. My hunger is astounding. It takes thousands to feed me. Orchard owners of almond trees, semi-truck drivers, trailers full of bees, clippers of arugula and patent office employees. My hunger is astounding. It takes millions to feed us. Millers of wheat, landlords of bakeries. We have waged war, exterminated species for this hunger, gnawing hunger for this ache in our bellies. We have caught fish, caught algae, caught fevers. We have wielded tractors, beakers, and cleavers. We have turned meadows into sprawling cities. Factories, 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 factories. Ancient jungles are now cattle ranches. All the other species are picking up crumbs. All the other species are picking up crumbs while we shovel empty calories into our children and feel numb. Our hunger is astounding. It takes millions to feed us. Preservers of seeds, manufacturers of plastics, makers of cheese. Hunger is astounding. Tried fasting, tried coffee, tried farming and foraging. I barely whet the appetite of this hunger. This hunger. If it were only my two hands that were ever to feed me, I'm certain to starve in a matter of weeks. Harvest tomatoes, sour cherries, eat the peaches, the wild greens, onions, berries. But when winter unfurls, I'd be gnawing on dry seeds. Yeah, I'm grateful to the thousands, to the millions that feed me, the hunters, the gatherers, even to industry. I've no plans to stop. I plan to keep eating, but this hunger is astounding. I'm not used to you guys stopping. All right. Oh, man. All right. Let's do the classic. Treat me like you treat the earth. I want you to stake me, claim me, stick your drill deep into me, horizontally frack me, spew your poisoned water into me, spill my deepest lubricant upon me, then call me ugly. I want you to mind me, explode all over me, mushroom cloud my head with ideas of decency. I want you to strip me of every native plant, tree, and species, pave over me, then call me pretty. I want you to plow me, plant me, poison me, monoculture and enslave me, steal my young before they've gone to seed. I want you. To buy me, to sell me, to poison me, to lease me, to fraction me, divide and conquer me. Treat me like you treat the earth. Treat me like you treat the earth. Treat me like you treat the earth. Want you to stake me, claim me, stick your drill deep into me horizontally. Frack me, spew your poison water into me. Spill my deepest lubricant upon me. Call me ugly. I want you to mind me, explode all over me, mushroom cloud my head with ideas of decency, strip me of every native plant, tree, and species, pave over me, call me pretty. I want you to plow me, to plant me, to buy me, to fraction me. Divide and conquer. Treat me like you treat the earth. Treat me like you treat the earth. Treat me like you treat the earth. I suddenly understand 2,000 years of humanity. Mother Earth was simply playing out a rape fantasy. My fear is not that I'm capable of ending my own life. My fear is that I will tenaciously cling to a life that ought not be endured. My fear for the safety of my loved ones will have me capitulate, negotiate, and subjugate others. That I will look the other way in the interest of safety, of comfort. My fear is that I will spoon feed my baby bananas bought by the blood of laborers who lost their reasonable demands of dignity and self-determination to my mighty, imperialist, star-spangled nightmare of a country. My fear is not death, but what I am willing to live with. Frog in the boiling waters of now. What slavery will I endure? What curfews will I abide by? What legislation will pass, has passed my notice, and unlawful court decisions will be made, whose hedge funds walls will grow. Whose hedge funds and walls will grow while I was trying to rub some resources together to pay rent again. How many more genocides must I witness? What unspeakable crimes will be made in my name? My fear is that I will swallow my pride. If it means I will swallow some bread. That I will swallow some lies if it means my child will be fed. That I will bid my child pray to a dishonorable God. Because I fear the wrath of the church. How many generations of silence have these bloated powers gained through biological urge to protect our kin, our young, at the expense of anything, of anyone else? Oh, a biological urge that is built for forests and caves doesn't translate to the global stage. My bowed head might prevent a blow from me and my children, but my blind eye has an entire generation of children choking on pollution. If I ignite myself and stands at the steps of power, will they just sweep the ashes away like they fucking always do? Bushnell stood at the steps of power and ignited himself, and they swept the ashes away like they fucking always do. My fear is that I will keep letting them. My fear is that I will let my fear seep into my progeny, and that since I've had no time to teach them skills of bravery, they will learn fear and the ability to cog in this machine. I have ancestors who've been punished for poverty, ate biscuits and grew seasick to serve sentences in a distant country, learned to treat their neighbors, fellow sufferers, not as allies, but enemies. Is there any way to break this generational curse of silence, avoidance, and fighting, this curse of surviving? The urge to end my life, to put an end to the insanity of my living hypocrisy, feels like a moment of clarity. Feels like a final fuck you. Feels too good to be true. A coward's way out is how we got here in the first place. Something lighter or 5 minutes? I'll just keep on topic. I have had a lot to say about the same thing all night. The God we need. Gone. Missing. Never was. Is the pliant goddess of subservience. Tongue clicking like knitting needles. She was not passive as she patiently wove her vengeance. We had a soft-spoken goddess who sang softly. Who sang softly through quiet breeze and birds, who whispered like predators that skulk and creep and sink teeth deep into Rabbits who fuck like rabbits and overrun the grasses, eat the blossoms for the bees we had. We had a quiet goddess, a make-do goddess, a goddess who scolded gently over the course of centuries. The patience of even rock wears thin as sand. And we need a god who bites back. We need a god who bites back, slaps the hand of the greedy child. No, you may not. We need a god like an avalanche, a goddess of consequence, goddess of hurricane, goddess of quiet, sharpened centuries to sit and think about what you've done. We who spoke loudly over the roaring river, now whisper by the dry creek bed. We had a goddess whose voice had grown hoarse with reminders. And now we have a god with teeth like lightning and words like hailstorms. And we need this God who gives more urgent lessons. Market translation. So this is, what's your name? Matt Clifford. We got Dreamy Boy. We got Chris Eason. We got Squids on sax, and they're all amazing people. I'm Eli Whittington. Thank you.